Okay, Clenton, I hope I said your name properly. Please forgive me if I didn't pronounce it quite right. In Oregon. This is your new radio here. That's your serial number right there. So I got it hooked up to the signal generator. So we're in 10 meter right now. And I just wanted to show this really quick to show that there is going to be no difference on receiver sensitivity on these radios either between if you go to 10 meter or in 11 meter for that case. So right now it's in 10 meter. This is S9 signal right there, S9. So switch this over so we can take our measurement. And let's see, this will be quite easy because you don't have to worry about preamps on this radio. It doesn't have one. So there's about 128 right there. If I can zoom in a little bit there on that. Okay, so about 128, and there it is right there. Okay, so we'll just switch over now to 11 meter. Go to D band. Go to, see, I put all the stuff in there I always do. Switch this down to lower side. That way we're there. And I'll go to level. Okay, so we got that all set up. There's your S9. And adjust the volume level again on this. Now I'll take the measurement. So dial it down. And it's pretty much the same. So there that is for you. For anyone that would say, well, you know, it's going to be different. It's not. So it's the same. So that's that. Let's just check AM since we're here. So we'll switch this over really quick. Go to frequency, go back to the 5, and level. It's 47. Switch on AM modulation. And there we go. There's our S9. And there's our AM modulation is on. Let's go to mod, AM. So there you go, 30%, all the specifics are there. Okay, I'll adjust the volume. Now take the measurement. Looks like about 113. We're in that area, general area, so that's good. Right there. So now let's just see for the heck of it. Go to modulation and adjust that percentage up to 100. Okay, where does it fall in now? Probably quite a bit more, I would assume. About 121, 120 or so. So right there, but it's not really how I measure it, and I believe how it's supposed to be measured, but about 120 with 100% audio. So if we unplug the jack, you can hear it. Noise blanker right there. So it does make a little bit of difference. And that's it. I just wanted to show that for the receiver. It doesn't really make a difference between either band. So I'm going to continue on now with the rest of it, show the power output and all that stuff will be coming up. Okay, here's your FM high power right here, 40 watts. I'm going to set the low power to 1. Okay, this is actually AM low power. I already set FM low power to save a little time on the video. We'll skip that. Actually, the elements a little cockeyed there, sorry, but this is a 5-watt scale. Alright, then this is your AM high power. So 1 watt on low, 8 watts on high. Alright, this is your low power modulation. It's your carrier. That's your modulated measurement there. So that looks good. Yep, everything looks fine there. Show you the high power next. Alright, this is the high power modulation. So we're looking at this number now because I switched to channel 4. I used to do this color, I kind of liked it, so I went back to it this time. So just changes the color of the what you see, the measurement is all. Doesn't have any bearing on anything else. So let's see. So there's the modulation. That, let me dial that back some. So that's as far as it'll go, but we can still look. There's the top. See, the middle looks nice. There's the top, or the bottom. So everything looks really good there. Power wise, this is a 50. So we're looking at about 35 or so. So that's really nice. Nice performance there. I'll do the sideband alignment part next. I'll show you before and after. Alright, this is going to be the double tone right here for sideband. So it's just a little distorted, not too bad. So what I'm going to do is adjust that accordingly. So it's coming in at about, power wise, it's coming in at about 38 or so. So we might need to just drop it back just a little bit. Not much. You can kind of see the rotation, how it starts to sway back and forth. And if you look at the tops, it starts to clear up. It actually looks more like it moves more freely. I don't know if you guys ever noticed that, but I do. Like, see, if I would make it distort, it kind of looks a little funny. So I don't know, I just noticed that kind of stuff from doing this so much, that they start to look like they just move freely to me. They're not as like constricted. So if we stop that, we can look at it. Do this. Get a good view there too. So yeah, it looks nice. And now it's about 35 or so with the peak kit on. So that's good. That's fine. And now we'll just look at low power, which really doesn't, not going to impress too many, but hey, it's good to have that ability to go really low if you need to. So let's look at low power. Just plug it in. All right, turn this back up. There's another blue here I've never tried. That's channel 2. I think it's more like a turquoise or something. I don't know. I like the yellow. I used to like this one a lot. Maybe next time I'll try this color. I don't think this one I like too much. The pink, I'm not too big on that personally, but to each his own there. So yeah, it's about 2.5 watts with the double tone, but the waveform looks really good, so we don't have to worry about that. So I'll just hook it back up to standard mode, and I don't think you got a mic with this, so I'm just going to use my Extreme here. Because my KPO I have to rewire, the one that I use on my bench here, so I'll just use my Extreme. Alright, don't forget about these mics, guys. These are really nice mics just to use standalone. They have a noise reduction feature on them. You don't have to use the crazy echo. The talkback really doesn't work on too many radios, so I wouldn't really concern myself with that. Most radios you're going to have talkback in them. I don't know, maybe it works on like a Cobra 29 or something, but I don't run radios like that here. This is your modulation adjustment for the mic. I think I have it closed all the way up. But anyways, these sound really nice just in their own right. So they are a little pricey, I know, but they have a really nice sound. But that, you know, They brought them back. I wish they would have brought back the other one too, the CR577. That was a nice, cool mic, but I don't know. They bring back what they bring back. So this is electric condenser also. So we got the noise gate on. You see the NG light up. We got the Roger beep going, and we got some echo on. Check, check, check. So that's a little Roger beep I gave you. So we'll shut all that stuff off and shut the echo off. And I'll just leave the talk back on. It's not feeding back or anything. So this is sideband. RF power is all the way up. Trying to get I'm charging this as I'm filming, so I'm trying to keep the cord out of the way. So this is a 50-watt scale, peak envelope power. 1 2 1 2, check 1 2. Hello radio. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Check check check. Hello. So about 45 watts. I think just like the last one. Okay. I'm going to turn that volume down because we're going to FM. This is FM. That's about 40 watts on FM. Then if you dial it back, you can pretty much turn it back to super low power, just like I said. Anywhere in between. So I would recommend, if you're going to talk on FM, run it lower. No sense stressing out the finals of the radio and stuff. If you don't have to run that kind of power, don't run it. Here's AM. AM. 8-watt carrier. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Check check check. 1 2. So about 50 watts or so right there. Maybe just a hair less, but really close to 50. And sorry about the dogs. One gets the other going, and then they both get going, and all that good stuff. So anybody who has dogs, multiple, probably realizes that. If you're watching this, I've had a couple customers say, yeah, you got my dogs barking when they heard yours. So here's the lower power setting of the radio. So this is AM, by the way, and this is all the way down. So you can see the peak does drop back some, but again, we're reading peak, so it's still going to hit the higher peaks, and the meter's going to move. So, you know, if I go hello like that, it starts to tail off. So that's that, and that's really about it. I've covered pretty much everything. I've shown everything. I'll show you the noise reduction works on here. I'm going to shut the noise gate off for you. I'll shut off the talk back too. Here's the noise reduction. So it definitely quiets down that loud static of FM. So we'll get out of FM. Mic, leave that in dynamic. Just when you run a mic, if you're not going to run the standard mic, like I've said before, here the talkback's off. Now when you want to get out of the menu, just push the clarifier button in. Like I've said before, if we look at this mic plug, any mic that you're going to use, just go in and you're going to have to either disable the wire that's soldered to pin number 4. I've done this on this mic because I don't use any radios that need that. So any radio I use, there's no need. So I always just go in for the mics that I use here, and I just disable that wire so it's not soldered to the pin. So just do that with any mic that you have that you want to use, or what some other customers have done if they didn't want to do that to their mic because they're going to use it on other radios, which I totally understand. Some of my customers have bought like the microphone adapter plugs, and I have some of those on my site. 4-pin male, so you can plug in your mic on the one side, to 4-pin female, so you can plug it into the radio. Some of them, and I don't know if the one that I have for sale or not, but some of them you can unscrew like you could on a standard mic, and then you could make the change at the adapter plug end, so that way when you plug it in, even if your mic is wired for all 4 wires, what's going in the radio is disconnected. You could do that too, either way. Or if you just want to run the standard mic, you don't have to worry about anything. Just leave it in dynamic and run the standard mic. They don't sound horrible, but you do get much better sound out of something a little higher quality mic-wise. So just keep that in mind. But otherwise, the radio's ready to go. Everything's working good. If you don't like the SWR feature when you key up, I'll show you where to change that.
It is right here, number 21. So that would be voltage. I can show you that really quick. So when you key up now, it's going to show you voltage, like your whatever source you're powering your radio with. So I'm running the Astron over there. So the voltmeter may not be as accurate as, you know, some, because I did set my Astron to about 13, or I'm sorry, about 14 even. But you know, this is reading 13.6. So I don't know, you know, this isn't a voltmeter, it's a radio transceiver, so we have to take that for what it is. I mean, it's just a general idea. So timeout timer, transmit frequency, that's generally what I think most guys would probably want. That way it doesn't change, especially if you're a sidebander and you want to go to like the 0 and stuff. You'd probably want to keep it there. If you want to monitor SWR, you can also hit function and the noise blanker button. Well, that's lock, sorry. Oh wait, function right here. I actually hit the wrong button, sorry. Function right here. What? No, right here. So just tap the button where it says SWR. Now when you key up, that's an indication of SWR right there. So you can read SWR two different ways on this radio. Some might like it better like that. You don't care about the RF. Whoop. Actually, we're in low power, that's why. So the SRF meter, you may not want to see that. You may want to register SWR like that. And then that way you can leave your transmit frequency there. You can do it either way. It's totally up to the user. Or you can just not worry about SWR at all. It does have protection. It's set to 2.0. So the radio will automatically unkey if it detects a SWR of 2.0. So that'll help protect the radio in case, you know, something were to happen to your coax or your antenna or something like that. You know, if you're running it on a base, you have an outside antenna and the cable all of a sudden randomly gets chewed on by a rodent or something, or a dog, or, you know, I don't know, anything can happen. Water gets into the connector, God forbid, but it does happen. So, you know, if it's in a mobile, and hopefully you're not running the cable from your mobile antenna through a door or something where you're constantly slamming the door shut on it, but some do, and this will be a way to help protect against that. So I'm gonna leave that on number 21, and then you can decide what you want to set it at. So where it says SR, that's SWR, so now it's gonna register there for you. So okay, Clinton, I'm gonna get this ready to go. 7-3, thanks for your business. Take care.